You guys, Spirit just made a liar out of me. You know how I famously and adamantly do not ever give dates. Well, they gave a date. They finally, in 1 year of predicting all this stuff, they finally said, it will happen by year's end. Now, this came through in my November What's Coming Next. You know where to get the replay. They said, it will happen by year's end. And I immediately said, y'all better not come for me. If the end of the year happens and because I am just the messenger, okay? I am the messenger, but they said it will happen by year's end, and a number of people in the comments said they've gotten the same, okay? That's vindication, that's validation. I'm ready. Now in this session, I really took Spirit to task, and I was like, listen, we've been doing this a year, and we're tired, and we want to know. And I very specifically asked, has anything changed? Because we brought through a lot of stuff, and while I've had so much stuff happen, remember Gia just said that, the playlist is 50 videos long at this point. While a lot has happened, we're still waiting on the big things. So people kind of get a little antsy. Are we still going to get it? Is it still going to happen? And they very firmly were like, the reason we're not giving you new stuff is because no, things haven't changed. You're still going to get there. Now, what is unknown is the order of things, right? The order of operations. Because depending on what happens first, that affects everything else. But also when I was kind of like pushing on that, I was like, okay, but is this and then this, and they kind of slapped my hand back a little. Again, can't say that I didn't try, but they were like, do not get into the nitty gritty, okay? Because depending on which pops first, that will change how things happen specifically. So if we're unclear on some of the things, that's why. They're in the works, but depending on which happens first, what happens next, that will shift a little bit, okay? But of course, they didn't leave us hanging. They did give us some great insights and information on how, as things continue to kind of get crazy out there, and as different systems and things kind of come under fire from this administration, they specifically showed not only how things will change in the future when we get new bodies in seats to make new systems and new laws and kind of fix things. They also showed how there will be really transitional plans in place to protect people as the bottom falls out. Because overall, they keep saying there's a reason that they've poured out so much information in the first place. I mean, a flood of information to anyone with any sort of intuitive receiving ability. They've poured it out because they want us to have hope, and they want us to be in the energy of hope, okay? Because they know it's scary. They know times are uncertain. And so the overall message is have hope. It's going to happen. We're going to get there. And even as things get louder, even as things get crazier, you will be provided for. There will be alternative ways for you to be provided for. So as always, it was such an uplifting session. So much great information. I love it. I love my job. So hang in there, fam. Have hope. We're still on the way.